Hey everybody. Uh, this video is really directed to the parents out there. I have a question for you because you see, I myself am not a parent, and I know other parents. I've asked them, and they've given me very vague answers. I don't know. Maybe it's too personal. A lot of the people, a lot of the parents I know who are around my age, I've never, I guess I mean, they're kind of, they have very sort of on and off relationships with their kids, so they don't really answer me. But we all know the way that children come into the world. I don't need to give anybody a health lesson. I mean, men and women, they have a relationship with one another, and it to me it was always it almost when I was a creationist, it almost gave me an argument. It almost gave me something to correlate my beliefs with, or something, or part of me to corroborate my beliefs with. How we don't just poof come into the world. We come into the world through people who made us, through their love, through their connection, and through their physical form, through their emotional connection. You know, does it the question that I have is, do you ever or even a moment, stop looking at your kids the way you did the day they were born, or when you were waiting for them to arrive? Meaning, all right, let me try to elucidate this a little better. If I had a child, I don't care if they were 10 years old and I were having the most just casual conversation with them, I would remember them inside of their mother's belly. I would remember them coming out. I would remember them just, you know, just basically, even after you're born, you're still connected to their mother by a cord. They're still this tiny child, this tiny person that you created with your love and with your body, basically. And but after a while, they grow. You start having different conversations with them. Does that do you ever momentarily stop thinking about, like, I'd constantly think about that. I would constantly look at them and think and remember that. Every time I laid eyes on them, I would think that thought, and I would remember that. And I'm wondering, does that do you ever, or does some of you ever, maybe everybody's different, does some of you ever stop for a sec, just maybe when your child is 15 or 16 and you're having a conversation about the car, or you're having a conversation about college, do you ever stop thinking for a second, or is it always in the back of your mind? That's just a question I have. Just if anybody wants to answer, I really appreciate it. It would be nice, because I don't, like I said, I don't live it. For me, I know there are people out there that are holding their child that just arrived today, or arrived within recent days or weeks, months, and they're saying, "Oh man, maybe the father or the mother are talking to each other, and they're saying, "Oh, look, he has your mother's eyes. Oh, he looks like your brother here." For me, that's a fantasy. That's never gonna happen. So I just want to ask people out there what that's like, because I don't, because for me, it's foreign to me.